The Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi was one of many Jedi dispatched off the world of Coruscant to fight the battles for the Galactic Republic against the Separatists. With the death of Separatist leader Count Dooku, the Jedi Master was tasked with completing the war by killing the commander of the droid army General Grievous, largely oblivious that there was a much larger threat. Arriving on the outer rim planet of Utapau, Obi-Wan led a surprise attack on Grievous's droid army with the help of the 212th Attack Battalion, and pursuing the droid general, he finally manages to eliminate him after years of trying. The death of Grievous was exactly what the real threat Palpatine had wanted, and manipulating the Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker, the Jedi soon fell under Operation Knightfall and Order 66, and Obi-Wan was forced to flee. But what if Clone Force 99 had been on Utapau with Obi-Wan? How would the group of defective clones affect the outcome of the Battle of Utapau? Could they stop the Jedi from their fall? As you'll find out, the intervention of the Bad Batch could have shaken the galaxy to its core. Following the Battle of Anaxis, Clone Force 99 had been expecting to be deployed to the planet of Kala and assist Deepa Bilaba, when Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi rushed into the hangar of the Venator-class Star Destroyer and declared that they had been reassigned to assist him on Utapau. Taking a separate Omicron-class attack shuttle from the regular clone troopers, they are forced to join in with a briefing on Utapau, and Cody is assigned to assist them in leading the surprise attack. Waiting for the signal from the Jedi Master, the sound of a beeping from their bridge ignited them into action, and whilst the Star Destroyers demolished the Separatist defences, Cody and Clone Force 99 utilised their unique skills to drop down to Hangar 10, supplemented by low altitude assault transportation. Hunter then senses something is amiss, and touching various surfaces to an elongated table, he senses that the Separatist alliance had recently departed. With Obi-Wan occupied by General Grievous, Cody decides that they should start tracking for the alliance members, and scan through the converted core ship. Crosshair perfectly took out a pair of anti-craft turrets, and this exposed a secret communication centre, which Tech and Echo began to break into. The two clone troopers found that Grievous had not wiped his recordings with Darth Sidious, discovering that he had been ordered to send the Separatists to the lava planet of Mustafar. As Obi-Wan completed his victory over Grievous, the Jedi Master saw the recording between Sidious and Grievous, and quickly decided that Cody should join Clone Force 99 in bringing them back to Coruscant alive. But as Obi-Wan clipped his previously fallen lightsaber to his belt, he felt a wave of darkness in the Force, and all of the clone troopers around him apart from the defective clones turned to Commander Cody. Obi-Wan utilised Force speed to try and get him to his ship, which was several layers above him, but Cody ordered all of the clone troopers to fire at him. Clone Force 99 were confused by the order, even though they were aware of it, but quickly realised that the Jedi was in danger, so they tackled Cody to the ground and stunned him. Tech had acquired the information from the passing clones that the order was to kill the Jedi, and leaping down to the water below, they find that Obi-Wan was continuing to be shot down. The Jedi Master cleverly hid himself from the chasing clones, and ordering Clone Force 99 to report to the Jedi Council as quickly as they could, he found a way back to his ship. Obi-Wan eventually managed to find Bail Organa, and after mentioning the survival of the defective clones, the Senator decides that they should complete their original mission of capturing the Separatists. Clone Force 99 had found a way back to the Havoc Marauder with an unconscious Cody, and after receiving the joint order from Obi-Wan and Bail Organa, they deliberate whether or not to follow the order, as the Republic had fallen. Tech outlined that travelling to the lava planet was one that presented itself with a massive risk, but nevertheless, they ventured to the nearby planet to scope out the threats. Smoothly landing beside one of the mining facilities on the planet, the clones exchange macro binoculars and find that there are very little threats surrounding the Separatist hideout, and sneaked around the lava bank, then burst into the room. The Separatist Council are surprised by the clone troopers, after Lord Sidious had promised them peace, and in a swift and efficient operation, the clones stun all of the present council and drag them back to their ship. Once secured, Tech informs Obi-Wan that they had completed their mission, as the Jedi Master orders them to quickly escape from the planet, before Palpatine found out what had happened to the Separatists. Echo in particular is shocked by Palpatine being the one behind the war, as General Skywalker had spoken so highly of him, and the mood on their journey back to Coruscant is sombre and tense. Approaching the planet, Tech is about to plot for a place to land, when they receive a signal from an uncharted moon. Cautiously allowing for it to be heard, it is the voice of Clone Captain Rex, trying to escape Order 66, with the Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano. The clones want to try and save their brother when they found themselves under siege from Republic ships, and taking a critical hit in the side of their hull, Tech desperately wrestled control as they plunged down to the ground below. The alarms began to go off in the Havoc Marauder as Tech ordered everyone to hang on to the walls of the ship until they skidded to a halt in the streets of Coruscant. The civilians and clone troopers around them gathered to see the commotion as the clones coughed and crawled their way out from the heavily damaged craft, with the captured Separatists completely dead and leaving Tech and Echo to repair the ship as well as look over Cody. The other defective clones are instructed by the arriving Coruscant guard to head for the temple and eliminate the remaining Jedi, who were lured by the temple's recalibrated beacon. Having lost contact with Obi-Wan, the clones follow the others into a Republic gunship and rise to the top of the galactic city and leap out in front of the Jedi Master, who was battling the clones alongside Jedi Grandmaster Yoda. After the Jedi had managed to assert some control over their temple, Hunter reveals the fate of the Separatist Council, but this benefited the Jedi, as it gave them time to try and work on a plan to save Anakin, having witnessed the atrocities he had committed in the security recordings. Yoda is about to divide the group to perform separate missions, when Wrecker's comlink started to flash, and at the other end of it was Tech, who revealed that Rex and Ahsoka had survived Order 66, and that he was desperate to talk to the other clones. The Jedi Masters quickly repair the communication center, and there the patched Captain Rex and Ahsoka inform the Jedi and the clones that they must remove their inhibitor chips as quickly as possible. With Tech and Echo completing the repairs on their shuttle, Clone Force 99 and Cody have their inhibitor chips removed in the standing halls of healing, and Obi-Wan asks for Rex and Ahsoka to return to Coruscant in their quest to find Anakin. With Palpatine still on the hunt for the Separatist Council, Yoda knew they had little time, and whilst waiting for Rex and Ahsoka, Obi-Wan headed to Padme's apartment, where he saw the Senator in great distress. The Jedi Master revealed that Anakin was pursuing a lost cause on Mustafar, and that he had killed the younglings of the temple, something that Padme did not believe, and Obi-Wan escorted her to Senator Organa's speeder. Whilst Padme went to the medical centre aboard Bail Organa's cruiser, Obi-Wan returned to the temple, with all of the clones having successfully removed their inhibitor chips, but Yoda had disappeared. Cody revealed that Yoda had run off to the Senate building, and the Jedi Master's eyes widened, knowing that Yoda had gone after Palpatine. The Jedi and the clones rapidly board the Havoc Marauder and drop off the Jedi Master, who surged inside the main Senate arena, seeing Yoda and Palpatine battling above him. Using the Force to enhance his leap, the Jedi balanced himself on the smooth surface of a Senate pod and leapt into the battle to deflect Palpatine's lightning attack. The Sith Lord scowled at the presence of the Jedi Master, and redirecting all of his fury towards him, he pushed Obi-Wan off of the pod. Yoda stepped in between them, and using one hand to deflect Palpatine's attack, he held Obi-Wan in midair with the other, and ordered the Jedi Council member to go and retrieve Anakin, before he completely fell to the dark side. Obi-Wan knew it would be useless to try and convince Yoda otherwise, and as he ran back to the shuttle, he was surprised to see Clone Force 99 fighting amongst themselves. Crosshair being opposed to the recent decisions taken by the clones, as well as the leadership of Hunter, and fighting the clone sergeant. They are stopped by Obi-Wan, who pulled them away with the Force. The Jedi Master is saved from a speech by the arrival of a Y-Wing bomber, and outstepped a saddened Rex and Ahsoka. Bowing to the Jedi Masters, the fugitives of the Empire then see another ship, this time a Jedi starfighter dropping serenely into the passage leading to the underworld, and Ahsoka and Obi-Wan could sense the dark Anakin. Wasting no time, the Jedi take an abandoned Biker Advanced Recon Commando speeder and swoop through to the traffic to the underworld. Using a knowledge of the levels, Ahsoka finds a series of shortcuts where they could avoid the detection of the clone troopers, and made it to the scene of the crash created by Clone Force 99. The Coruscant Underworld police were already gathered as they hid behind the shadow of an alleyway when the hooded Anakin landed his ship close by and dismissed the police force. Ahsoka and Obi-Wan emerged after Anakin was isolated, and they are shocked to see what Anakin had become. Lowering his hood, he demanded to know the location of Padme, but Obi-Wan ignited his blade, only wishing to tell the Sith if he could prove they was loyal to the Jedi. The conflict within Anakin could be felt around him, and now he was presented with a second chance of turning back to the light. The Sith apprentice thought about the younglings he had already killed, and the fate of the Jedi Order, realising that the way back was blocked, and ignited his blade to kill his former friends. Ahsoka and Obi-Wan are unsure of whether to attack or defend, but several strong strikes from Anakin on Obi-Wan focused their minds, and with knowledge of each other's techniques, nobody could inflict a fatal blow. Having fought Maul and an entire clone army, Ahsoka started to feel the effects of fatigue, and Obi-Wan could sense this too, ordering her to go to Bail Organa's cruiser. Ahsoka understood the true meaning of Obi-Wan's order, and skillfully dodging Anakin's heavy attacks, she jumped down several levels of the underworld to the Martez workshop. The Martez sisters are shocked to see Ahsoka returning for a speeder, and join in with the other residents in watching the spectacular fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin, whilst Ahsoka flew to the surface of the planet. Quickly getting Clone Force 99 to start their shuttle, they carefully avoid the fleet placed around the perimeter of the planet by Palpatine, and dock in an emergency airlock, in time to see Padme give birth to Luke and Leia. As Ahsoka and Bail Organa surrounded the medical bay of Padme, the Senator showed immense courage and strength to get to her feet, and helped by her two companions. She insisted on seeing Anakin. Padme was fortunate that it was not Obi-Wan receiving a request, as Ahsoka knew that the only way to break the stranglehold of the dark side on her master was to bring Padme and her children. The former Jedi escorted Padme through the ship when they are struck by a blast from a Republic destroyer, and running back to the Havoc Marauder, they are once more forced to take the difficult way back down to Coruscant. When they return to the location of the fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin, they find the Jedi Master alone, and he reported that Anakin had left on the orders of Palpatine, who had likely asked him to hunt down the escaping Yoda. The Jedi Grand Master crawled through the workings of the Senate building, and had used his small frame to hide amongst the civilians, until he found a safe place to warn Obi-Wan of the threat. Finding the Grand Master again, Yoda eventually made his way to the underworld, where they planned for a way to get Padme close enough to Anakin. Commander Cody presents the schematics for key locations of the planet, and they find that the path through to the Republic military base was a crucial strategic checkpoint, and Vader would likely be targeting it. Sending Yoda to act as a lure for the Empire, the Grand Master quickly leapt from building to building, moving so quickly that the clone troopers had no time to react, until he reached a heavily guarded base. Brandishing his lightsaber, all of the clone troopers pointed their blasters at the Grand Master, but he used the Force to dislodge a slightly loose part of a roof structure and sent it down to the ground. The alarms began to scream around the facility, just as the Jedi had wanted, and moving into position with the aid of Clone Force 99, they take station on a nearby hilltop. A sleek-looking Imperial shuttle landed on the primary platform, and lifting Padme, Luke and Leia into the air with the Force, they smoothly dropped to the floor to greet Anakin. The surrounding clone troopers are ordered to lower their weapons by Vader, and when Padme presented her children, the former Jedi Knight began to quiver and shake with conflict, and cradling them in each arm, he is interrupted by the voice of Palpatine. The Sith Lord mocked Vader for his weaknesses, and shot a bolt of Force lightning at Padme, but to his shock, the twins each extended one of their pudgy fingers to help deflect the attack. Palpatine quickly realised that he had made a grave error, when Anakin turned away from Padme and pointed his lightsaber at Palpatine, whom he now regarded to be the traitor, having turned back on his promise to save the Senator. Palpatine ordered his clones to kill the traitor of the Republic, but that was when Ahsoka, Obi-Wan and Clone Force 99 leapt from their hidden position and began to eliminate the defenders of the base. Anakin knew he had chosen the correct side and mocked his old mentor for his failure to defeat the light, pressing his lightsaber closer and closer towards his throat. With Yoda also in close proximity, the Sith Lord tried to make a surprise attack, but he immediately fell at the two blades. The battle fell into an idyllic still, but in the centre of the dust, Anakin and Padme were huddled together with Luke and Leia, watched by the Jedi Ahsoka and Clone Force 99. That is it for What If Bad Batch were on Utapau with Obi-Wan. If you enjoyed this What If, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.